selfie of Leclerc, and he was on the podium with the trophy.
Ah, cool.
Let's do that. Give me one second,
my
guys.
brother. Yeah, my brother is literally right beside me, and he's the biggest Leclerc fan. He was so happy
No. I'm bigger.
today.
We got some rivalry.
I'm right.
Let's click track help live. Great news, guys. We are going to be streaming on TikTok, which is really, really awesome. And I'm just setting that up as well for you guys now. Cover image, keep it at that.
No worries.
It's fine. Auto screenshot. Can we go live? Track help live. Let's see. I believe we're live on Insta. We're live on chat interview.
YouTube is working. Yeah.
YouTube is working. Awesome. It's the first time trying 3 in one go. Hopefully we'll have lots of people logging into today's session. All right. So that's awesome. Beautiful. That we can just go there. Beautiful. Done, done, done. We should be live on TikTok now as well. Let's see who else joins the meet. Give it a few minutes. I was just chatting to a friend earlier as well. He was telling me how McLaren did 2 stops. Ferrari went all the way. That paid off.
That's basically it. Yeah. Because Piastri was way faster than the rest.
Right.
But because of the 2 pit stops, in the end, he didn't manage it. So good
We've
choice.
seen that with Max before as well. He goes very long on the tires. But was he really close in the end, Piastri to Leclerc?
About 1.5 seconds. He was gaining almost 2 seconds a lap.
Yeah.
But it wasn't enough time for him.
Right.
Good for us.
Gotcha. Okay. Click go live over here. Is that going to work? Hopefully it does for us. Right. TikTok is live. Insta, connect to streaming software. Okay. Give us 1 second, guys. Edit. Stream key. Okay, stream key. Control V, change. Right, for those who are joining from TikTok, we had to do a 25-minute stream earlier, just so it would allow us to go live. To familiarize yourselves with Track Help, it's a weekly discussion. Anyone who wants to share their karting footage, they got any questions about karting, can come on here and discuss. We've got people from all over the world joining. We're hoping to have more people join the session. Hassan, you had some footage you wanted to go over?
Indeed, I have.
Marcel, did you have any footage?
No, sir.
All right, no worries. Let's start with Hassan, because you said if we have time. Well, we've certainly got plenty of time now, because not many people have attended. If you just change it from private to unlisted or something.
I thought it was already. Well, just give me 2 seconds. I'll fix it.
Click go live there. Go for it. Click go live over here. Perfect.
Well, today I had a lot of fun personally.
Yeah.
Because there was in the end, just you should be able to open it now.
All right, I'm gonna go for it. Why don't we just close that chat? Now, perfect. Let me refresh the page. Let's share my screen as well. Nope, still unavailable.
Let me try again.
Is this of the same track you normally share, or own a kart session?
I save it. Oh yeah. No, it's still not owner cards. I wish I could drive owner cards. I really wish. Maybe one day.
Right? You were telling me about your friend was going to.
Yeah, I met a guy who could you take the volume a little lower?
Sorry, is it too loud?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, there we go. We got some footage going on in the back.
So yeah, I've actually not written to him in a while, and
Mhm.
just text him about a couple of things. If it's a road near, and if I need my own helmet, which I still have, or because the place where I need to drive, maybe I could borrow, a helmet from there
Yeah.
because they do rentals as well. So still need to figure that out. But I think it will be maybe in a couple of weeks, 1 or 2. I hope so.
Hopefully before the rain.
Yeah, exactly.
How has the weather been this year?
So it's been a lot of indoors. I haven't driven outdoors really. So the weather has been fine. It hasn't really been slippery inside. Uh, and it hasn't really rained a lot.
Yeah.
But it hasn't also not been that warm. If that makes sense. It has been very cloudy, very gray in Denmark.
How much does that affect the indoor surface that you found?
So it depends because if it's very humid if you can say that word,
Mhm.
then the track becomes a little bit slippery. I haven't really driven on the slippery track before because this is my season. But I've heard that it actually neutral steer way easier because the strip makes sense.
Yeah. And when it gets warmer, is that better for the carts, or
Um,
does it affect it?
I mean, I haven't really driven that much.
Okay.
Maybe I can answer in like a year,
When you have more experience with
6 months.
different track
Exactly.
conditions. I'm just gonna skip back because I noticed that is this some kind of a training session where they put some
Yeah,
cones out?
exactly.
That's
So
awesome. What are these cones?
so right now we are I'm I'm in a club. So basically
Yeah.
we're doing some training, and the first thing is that we get 2 laps to put in our time, so kind of like qualifying,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna do some starts. And these starts are gonna contain of 6 laps, and then we're gonna do 3 of those. And in those laps, we need to do a joker lap. So we need
Wow.
to take those. So right now I'm just trying to get to know the car. It was very easy. So at the end, I did drive pretty good in my opinion because
Yeah.
what is called I know the word in Danish but not in English. I have adapted
Yeah.
to my driving style so that I could get more neutral steer, I brake harder as well.
How often are these training sessions at the track?
So it's once a week, every Sunday, and yeah, I basically do that, and then I've also an elite series I'm in from 16 and under,
Mhm.
and then and then just go karting sometimes alone.
So is this like a year-round thing, or is it
Yeah,
every
exactly.
sort of
Year round,
year-round, every week, every month? How often is it?
once every week, every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
How many people join these
Well,
training
it
sessions?
very. There's like 30. There can be like about 30. And for example, when we have Grand Prix, where it's from 7:30 to p.m., we
Mhm.
basically we're about 30 people, and it's very fun, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because there's
And
a lot of people.
how much do these events cost? How much does the track charge?
So you have to pay a yearly subscription to the club. Just
Okay.
give it take about $100, I think, and then every month you pay the people that own the track, about $150 US.
Okay. Okay. So That's
we-
all inclusive after.
Yeah.
And how much track time do you think you get in a month?
So one session is between 30 and 45 minutes.
Excellent.
So today, if you see the video link, it was 45.
Yeah. Awesome. What's going on over here now? Is this
So there's
timeout?
just been a yellow flag, and we all stop here, and then
Yeah.
we are gonna make a start. So if you just go a bit forward.
Sure. Let's
the
just
video.
try and skip ahead a couple of clicks. Is this a practice start of some sort?
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
We do that a lot.
That's going to be awesome. So about here is where we should be starting.
So it's a rolling start, and you basically use
Random order?
No, not those two qualifying laps.
Yeah, they base it on that.
Yeah, they determine.
So you got some really good drivers in this session as well.
Really good, because I know some they drive road techs outside. So
wow, so it's quite competitive.
Exactly.
This heat, and I believe it's a rolling start.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Everyone is going to be bumping close and things
Yeah,
like that.
I don't know what happened there.
How many laps?
Somebody braked. 6 laps.
This is going to be quite exciting then. 6
Yeah.
laps.
So you can see a
But-
Danish flag, and when that thing goes down, it's race.
Everyone's bumping. This race hasn't even started, has it?
And 3 wide there.
Now we're
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
we're off.
started as soon as we crossed the finish line.
Gotcha. You're broken ahead.
Yep.
Of that pack, and now, it's always nice to have a bit of clean air to attack the guys in front. How was the kart? Is this number 6 you're taking?
Yeah. The speed was pretty good.
Mhm.
But it was very understeery, so I had to adapt my driving style to it. The brake was very stiff. Very
Yeah.
stiff. It was good and bad in some ways. And then the accelerator, normally the carts, they don't maintain it as well, so sometimes there's a dead zone where nothing happens, because the wire that connects to the motor, it's
Yeah.
not fastened enough. If you can.
Okay. Yeah.
But here the acceleration was perfect.
And look, you've already caught up to a couple of guys. What's the plan over here? What's the strategy over here?
So just to wait to see for an opportunity. Try to overtake maybe someone at turn 1 coming up right here. If I have the speed, which I don't. So just trying to get a better exit right here. Somebody attacks me. Still get a decently exit.
On the straight line, I think you're losing.
Yeah.
To the drivers. Do you feel that?
It depends on sometimes, but I always try to maximize my exit.
Yeah.
Marcel have just written something.
I think you got a very competitive price, because I was also trying to calculate. Marcel
Yeah.
said, it's not expensive at all.
It's actually very cheap.
$100 for the club, and
Because
Yeah.
normally I think. Let me just see how much it is in dollars. Yeah, because normally for one session, 30 minutes, it's $53, and here you get way
Yeah.
more.
this is the Joker lap you're talking
Yeah,
about,
exactly.
the Joker portion. So I thought that was actually there for your reference training.
No, it was
It's actually an extended part of the
exactly.
lap. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I was fighting a bit at the guy in front, and if I took the Joker lap, I could focus on my lap times, and then I could undercut him, basically.
Gotcha. And what about the duration? You said 6 laps. So is there going to be a pause again?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
would you do after that?
So I don't know how the flags works in Qatar, but I know that in Denmark, when you have a yellow flag with a black cross, it means that there's one last lap left.
Okay. I've never seen that one before. No, that's interesting.
So
We have a last lap board actually. They just put out last lap.
yeah. They also do
That's interesting.
that sometimes, or even just point out one finger to
Yeah.
us. I think you should be able to see it if you just go a little further.
Let's skip towards. I guess this was the in lap. So, is it quite clear to see?
Yeah, it's basically at the start finish line. So yeah, you should need to go back just a
One
little
more.
more.
One more. Okay. So basically, this one.
No, isn't
Before
a little
that?
more, a little more. Just
Yeah. Let's go back. Maybe this
was
guy's
he
standing.
waving anything?
Looks like something. Checkered flag or something. I think we missed it there.
I'm not quite sure. Maybe
He's
I should,
waving. He's waving
put
the
that
flag.
GoPro a little more up.
Yeah. No. No
so that
worries.
you can see.
He's waving the flag. Everyone's going to come to a stop. And we're going for heat 2. Is it different heats that you have now?
Yeah,
How does this work?
it's not really because normally it's just practice in general. It's not really racing. We do that on the Grand Prix days once a month. So this is racing, but it's not a Grand Prix, if you can say it.
Okay.
You can. So it's not as competitive as well. It is competitive, but yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
It's training at the end of the day, though.
Exactly.
Like, there's no prizes on the line.
Exactly. No medals, no nothing.
This time you are starting slightly higher up. Let's see how this goes now.
I lose a lot of positions. I can say that.
What happened? What happened?
I'm not as good as the faster guys, so I try to stay with. I actually don't remember that much of this part.
Let's see how this goes. This is turn
Try to stay on
1.
the outside, but he pushes a
somebody
little too
pushes
much.
through.
So
We're down a position. Are these guys lighter, or is there like
yeah,
weighted?
I mean because normally we weigh up to 75, but because I'm more on the heavier side, I'm up at 90, so it's 15 kilos over.
Right.
But I am still surprised because even though I'm 15 kilos over, I'm still very competitive, which it really motivates me.
You should. And this can't, though, honestly, too much understeer. That's what I feel. Just by looking at all these laps, you're not as smooth as before.
Exactly.
When we see you driving.
You can see I'm turning a lot. I've also in some corners I've actually realized that instead of going for neutral steer, if you're just trying to steer, you won't get you won't get the womping where the cart jumps. So in the end, you can see that I turn a lot in some corners instead of going for neutral steer.
Mm-hmm.
So here, I was pointing is because I wanted that guy to come through because I know he had a little more pace, and then I could just follow his lines.
That's very wise.
So and then I could also bump draft him as well.
And we're catching up to the guy in front as well. Oh, he's giving way a little, I think.
Yeah, I also do that.
Yeah, that's nice. You're hanging in there, but handling is very, very terrible. And you only had for the whole session then?
Excuse me, what?
So you only had this cart for the whole game,
exactly.
Basically.
Because the thing is, you can only change a cart if it's really bad. Or else the trainers basically just say you should deal with it.
I mean, I agree. But if you can have multiple carts in that whatever hour that you're there, it's better.
But in the Grand Prix we change every single session, so
excellent.
It's different there.
We just got a couple of comments. I'll just go through once we watch a couple of laps. Also, Mohammed is joining on Instagram. Hope we can meet at the track soon. We've got Sebastian asking, do you have Discord? We don't have Discord, but we've got the KTips Academy. It's hosted on the school platform. It's free to join. So follow the link, www.ktips.org. I'm going to have a quick check on YouTube as well, see if any comments have been coming in. Need to put the pin comment up there. And we had a number of people submit footage, lots of people today. I think we had about 6 or 7 submissions, but not everyone is logging into the meet. So I think until the next person logs in, it's all yours, Hassan. We got to keep you going.
It's
I
totally
can't stop.
fine. I think the the best part comes at the end,
Awesome.
because yeah. And another thing as well, we had to signal by raising our hand that we needed to take the Jugalab.
That was what you were signaling just there,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Cool.
We needed to take that also. We could some form of punishment.
Is that in the Grand Prix as well, the Joker? Or
No, it's
That
only
is-
because it's divided by Junior 1 and Junior 2,
excellent.
and then there's the Elite Series, and in the Elite Series they use the Joker Lab. So I think it's more for practice to be ready for the Elite Series.
Superb. Sebastian, I have sent a request. It's pending. I've just admitted you now, so you can join the live link. You're joining from Greece. That's awesome. We got TCMB. What's up, guys? TCMB, the Barbados team. Really awesome group of drivers. We hope to get some of your drivers on with some footage and catch up, see how the season is going. Which minute shall I skip to, Hassan?
I think last 8 minutes. I think that's the juicy part, basically.
About 34, you'd say. 34 minutes?
Yeah, give or take, because basically here we did. I can't talk. I'm so sorry.
Take your time.
Okay, so basically, at the last couple of minutes, we had basically just 3 laps, so we could drive as much as we wanted to. And then there was this guy, which I raced for the whole duration, and
Yeah.
he really tried. He really tried to overtake me, but I was the Mexican, I was the Danish Minister of Defense, bro. I'm saying to you, I defended so well.
So is it
My
this driver? Or there'll be another driver?
It's not that, it's the guy behind, basically.
Cool.
I'm
It'll
pretty
start
sure.
about now, I think, right?
Yeah, when he goes for a move, I'm pretty sure.
Awesome.
I don't think I've ever defended this well, and for this duration.
How did you manage? Was it on instinct or you just knew
Yeah,
where-
instant, and because I have so much experience from sim racing, doing the switchbacks, doing holding the outside line as well.
Amazing, amazing.
I-
So it does help, yeah?
Yeah,
Doing laps on the rig.
it really. And also driving against others on the rig, because you get experience on how drivers are and how they behave and how bad drivers are and good drivers,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that.
And then you know the track as well. You know the
Exactly.
corners which are coming, so you know where to place your cart and things like that.
Exactly, how to.
I think now the drivers in front just start to pull away, so few glances over his shoulder. Defensive driving is very, very interesting topic. Is it this guy? Red
No,
sparkles?
he's in a black blue suit and with a blue helmet.
Black
So
and
I
blue
think it's
suit.
basically here.
Yeah, there we go. We see
There's
him.
the guy. 38, I think.
And which
It's-
position was this for? Do you remember?
It's because it was practice, so the leaderboard was basically on time. After every session, we basically get an email of our timings.
Yeah.
And here, I think actually it starts a
This
little
is
bit before. So
Let's
it's just
just skip it slightly before about. There we go. Yeah,
about here, yeah.
saw it.
But I was the Danish Minister of Defense. I
So here
gotta
we go.
say.
He's the driver in the blue.
I'm not quite sure if it's him or. No, I don't think it is. Or no, maybe. Wait.
He was
Yeah, it is him. I'm
ahead,
pretty
and
sure
then
it's
now
him.
you passed him. So
It
now
is
you
him,
got
it
the
is him.
position.
So now past him, he's behind me, and I'm just trying to move on.
How often do you look over your shoulder?
Not that much, because I
Right.
go more for hearing, and also if somebody tried to pass me, I mostly take the outside because I know, as here's an example, I take the outside, I have the inside for the next corner.
Beautiful. So you're planning ahead.
Exactly. So
That's what defensive driving is all about. It's not about how I can defend in this exact corner in this moment. Think ahead. Even if you take the inside line, it'll
exactly,
become the outside.
he was inside, and then
Wow.
now. But there's a lot of switchbacks. I think you'll be seeing 2 more switchbacks.
Yeah. Look at this, nice and wide. And this is necessary. You see, when you're the lead driver, this is a nice move you put over here. Is be hard but fair, and widen up the line for you. The moment you can widen it up, you can squeeze the driver on the outside. We're not putting him in the barrier, but we're being tough, elbows out.
Exactly.
If you're the nice guy and things like that, then people will just pass you, and that's
You
it.
won't get far. I have tried that.
I think based on the first chat we had a few weeks back, when you were saying, "Look, I'm just trying to improve the racecraft," you've definitely, these sessions have helped that you're doing every week.
Sorry, my internet is not very good, so I can
was-
hear you,
I
but the
was
video is just lagging. That's just all.
Okay. No, I was just saying these weekly training sessions at the track you do, because there's no pressure of a Grand Prix and things, you're able to just be free with your moves, and even if you're a bit aggressive and things like that, that doesn't matter. Here we go. He's got past. Let's see how you can try and get back at him.
I tried, but I didn't get it, so I go for the outside, get a better exit.
Yep, just be patient. Set up a switchback number 1, switchback number 2, maybe.
You just gotta be patient.
Yeah, lots of understeer through the right.
Yeah, exactly. And then he says, if you just pause it, he says that we should work together, but now he's going defensive. You will see him go defensive, which is, I just don't understand it. I also said to him we should work together, but then he just still attacks me. So, see here, he goes defensive. And also a couple corners. You will see a switchback here in turn 1.
Whoa. You're setting up already? Yep.
I'm already gaining because he's going defensive. And also here, trying to get a better line. And then, I'm trying to
work with him.
Yeah, exactly. So exactly. But here he goes completely defensive. This is the most beautiful switchback. He looks over his shoulder. He sees nothing, and then just go past him.
Whatever. Let's see this again.
This was so satisfying. I'm telling you. Because he was looking back, he did not see anything, and then I'm coming on the other.
And he's really going defensive. Look at that. He's on the complete inside. So you took the opposite, got across. Nice momentum to the right.
Looking over his shoulder.
And look, he's still defending on exit as well.
And then I'm just passing him on the outside. And then I'm just going defensive. He pushes me a little bit, but it's in my favor. And then I'm telling him, we should go after the other people in front. But he just does not listen.
What did he say after the race?
He didn't. I just said good battle to him. That's basically just what I said. Because it was fun. It was fun. It gets even juicier at the end. But yeah, he still tries to pass me, but can't because my defending skills.
Final couple of laps now.
Exactly.
I think what you'll learn with drivers you battle for a long time is you'll learn their patterns, you'll learn their habits. Exactly. And then you can expect, them to be aggressive on this corner and you also to be strong on another corner. That's one thing in defensive driving, is learn where you're strong.
Another switchback.
Look at this, beautiful. And he left the door just about open.
Exactly.
Wow, what a move, what a move.
But he really just goes for the dive bomb, even if there's more card links back, and it just sets me up for the switchback.
I think this is wise of you. You don't want to defend too hard because play the long game. Okay, he can have the position here, no problem. He can have the position here, no problem. But I'll get a better exit. And now into the first corner, I have the inside line as well. That's really
Also,
nice.
one thing that I've learned, if you just go back to the first corner.
Yeah.
Here, right here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. A little more. Right here. Little more. Right here, it's very important to close this door, because if you leave it open, a person can do a switchback very easily on you.
Well
So
observed.
that's
Yeah.
it's exactly, he leaves the door open and I use it. So very tight line you need to take.
Yeah, look at this. So your braking is a bit longer and tighter the angle over there, but then covering the inside for the next corner.
Also trying to do the neutral steer, but
You're trying, but wow, this
trying.
car is, I could just tell, it's so difficult to drive.
But at the end it felt all right. It could have been better, but
Yeah. Another move. He's tried to make the switchback. You've gone to the inside.
And here I basically just try to close off the door, because if he stays on the outside, he basically just gets the inside, and then I'm screwed. So just try to get the
Wow.
inside, and yeah, basically a lot of fighting. He really tries, but I also hit
Really
the barrier.
squeezing you there as well.
Here I'm just, and then I'm also closing the door very quickly here.
Look at that. Go to the right. Yep.
So that he can do a switchback on me.
Mm-hmm. Considering the circumstances, I think you did a great job with the cut you had. And sometimes, especially in training, you can set yourself objectives based on what happened. So here we had a bad car. There's a driver who's trying to pass you. Let's practice defending. It's not always about best lap and things like that. That's awesome. Once again, defending the inside and for the next corner.
Yeah, but you should see the last lap, because the last lap is
Let's
the
go to
best.
the last lap. I think this is it now, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
This
So
was
basically, here he goes.
Oh, dive bomb! Wow.
And then I'm like,
There's another guy behind.
I've nothing to lose, so I just try to go for the switchback
Oh,
again. And this is I photo finish.
Yeah, and that's finished just here. I think you got it.
I also think I got it.
Let's see this in slow mo.
I think it's slower. I think you need to do slower. Or not? No, I think it's.
I think you just got in front of him on the
Yeah,
left
I also
over there.
think.
And
it was such a great feeling.
How are the timings in this cut compared to normal? How many second difference?
No, the timings were normal, surprisingly. I mean, it
Timings are normal,
was.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, my timings were actually faster in than some other cards.
Yeah.
I just think I adapted really well, my driving style.
Yeah.
So that I could drive the best.
Even in a poor cut, sometimes keep going, and you never know who you'll come across. That was a very, very well defended position, I'd say, and that's going to set you up now for the Grand Prix that you do.
Exactly.
So you can take that experience. Next time you might have a faster cart or a cart which handles better, and you're better prepared. I think it's really nice how you're supplementing the competitions. Is it monthly competitions, these Grand Prix?
Yeah, it is monthly. Sometimes there's a break, because either summer break, winter break, or something like that. But mostly it's just once per month.
It's a great routine you've got going. Weekly training, monthly practice, and then you'll find your progress will improve over time. I mean, how were you starting, and then where did you get to so far?
So I started I think my progress has gotten up a lot, because I started in May, I think. I started in junior 1, the lower class, and then after a little over 5 weeks, I went up to junior 2, and now I'm in the midfield of there.
There you go. When's the next race for you?
I just need to check it on my phone. The next Grand Prix.
Next Grand Prix, yeah.
Oh, I gotta check it on my computer. My phone doesn't have any more battery. I'm pretty sure I can get in here.
Whilst you do that, Marcel, would love to see some footage that you've got. And Jeremy, I'm going to come to you. Give us just one moment as we finish off with Hassan.
Yeah, I've logged in, and the next Grand Prix is the 29th of September.
Excellent.
So
not
yeah.
long to go. Well,
No.
29th of September. We just started the month.
Yeah.
Time will go quickly.
Yeah.
With these next few weeks.
I also also tomorrow I'm gonna go at karting with some of my friends, and
Great.
then on Wednesday I have a elite series. So it's a series outside of the club, but in the company, if you can call it. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure I'm leading, or I'm either 1 point in front, the same points, or 1 point behind. So it's really
Amazing.
close. We only got a couple of races left.
All the best for that. Let me know how you get on.
Thank you very much.
Was there anything you wanted to do before we move on to the next driver?
I mean, not really.
It's always a pleasure, Hassan. All the best for the Grand Prix at the end of the month, and please keep sharing the footage. You seem to get some good battles.
Yeah, I will. See you.
All right, take care. What's up, Jeremy? Welcome back.
Hello.
Are you back in the UK?
Yeah, I got back like a month ago.
Has it been that long since you last came on Track Help?
I think it was 3 weeks. Yeah,
About 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I remember you were in China, I believe it was, and you did some owner kart driving. How was that?
Yeah, it was very good, very fun.
I think now you probably don't want to go back to rentals, right?
No, I want to buy my own car now.
Oh, they've captured you.
Maybe when I'm older.
No, soon. Keep up a bit of experience in the rentals and into DMAX, because you obviously do Daytona, so you can drive those more powerful ones. And then, I'm sure you can find a local car club and get into some owner karting. Did you have any footage you wanted to share today?
No, I don't. I'm going Thursday though. This Thursday again. So
to Sandown.
Yep.
Amazing. Get some footage and let's go through it hopefully next week. Once.
Yeah.
If you
I was
can.
also thinking maybe I might join Club 100. Not sure.
Chat to Harry Power. He's a Club 100 driver. There's a couple of them on the academy actually, and he'll give you some references. We were chatting about it the other day as well. I think there's some kind of entry procedure. So contact Harry and he'll guide you through.
Yeah, okay.
Just gonna go to the chat. We got Tyler. What's up, Tyler? You can join this call, this meet for free. Join the KTips Academy. That's also for free using the link which is rolling at the top of your screen. So it's www.ktips.org. You'll find the link to join the academy for free, and then you can join into this meet. You can share your link to your footage. Marcel, you're sticking around. It's great to see. You've shared some footage as well. You've kept the track help going, which is awesome.
Yes, sir.
and this is actually of your son driving, right?
Yes, it is.
We
only have one GoPro, but this was his best track day ever.
Wow.
He broke through the 38 seconds barrier. Not in this heat, but by the way, in the first heat, it is heat 3, part 2. And yeah, he was so fast.
What was the difference this time? The kart, the conditions?
No, it's kart number 5, and
Okay.
that was the worst kart we had ever had.
No way.
They fixed it and they let me try it out, but I'm not that fast. But
Yeah.
but he, one way or the other, he managed to have a race pace right on top of his personal best every
Wow.
beeping lap.
Wow.
So I don't know what he was doing. He was so fast.
His lines are very, very smooth, and it looks like the kart is also rapid. Like it's going quick.
He was
What-
surprised he was that fast as well because he never thought he was in the high 37s. So it was really surprised because it didn't sound that fast. I said, oh yeah, it was okay, and then the times came in, and ooh,
It looks like a very pleasant day as well. Do you think that had an impact? Maybe warmer conditions or something.
no, it was a bit cooler. It was just
Okay.
20 degrees Celsius. Um, but yeah, no humidity. Maybe then the engine breathes a bit better,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, of course it skills because I cannot do what he does.
So this is just an open format session, or was it?
Yeah,
Like
just like always, we only do open sessions and no racing at all.
right? And
Not yet.
do you change the sort of time you go to the track week to week, or it's always fixed time? Let's say like in the morning.
No, basically we go every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock local time in the
All
morning.
right. Have you tried any other timings, or maybe?
Oh yes, we had like rainy days we skip to the Sunday, or if it's filled with bookings and we have to choose another time. So yes, it happens, but the 10 o'clock is the most convenient for us.
Gotcha.
So yes, we did obviously. But
Sometimes you're just more fired up than normal. You get into a groove, and especially when it's a new kart, you just want to push.
yeah, it helped that we're the only two on the track that day in those 3 sessions. So that
Yeah.
was really nice because I did a 38.8 and I do not often go below the 39s. So I was also fast for my times.
For your normal times, yeah.
Yeah, normal times. So sorry.
That's excellent. I think what I can observe just from his driving though is using all of the track, number one, and he's become very, very smooth. You know,
Yeah,
there's
he changed
not a
his
lot of
hand.
sliding.
Exactly. He changed his hand position as well. He's pushing, and then he puts his hand
I
lower.
noticed. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
slightly lower down.
and he's very consistent in that. So I really, really love his driving as well. I need to say I enjoyed Hassan's battle as well. By the way,
That was something we
yeah,
had
that
to
was
do
really
as well.
nice to see. Yeah,
Well, so thank you so much for sharing this footage. We're gonna move on to the next driver. Just before
yes,
we
of
do
course.
that,
There
we,
was an intermezzo. No problem at all.
we've got Sebastian asking how can I join in. Go to the pinned comment on Academy, and if you click on the pinned comment, you'll see the session link. In fact, I'm gonna DM you the link right now. So Sebastian, I've sent you the meet. If you copy and paste that into your browser, you can go over it. We got Demi on TikTok. He's saying, I race karts. Which karts do you race? And which country are you driving in? Let us know. We had a couple of people on YouTube as well. Let's get back to them. We had Safe join. What's up, Safe? Hope you're keeping up your practice. And we have Noam. So Noam, I'm just going to share the link to join the Academy. Sign up and follow this link. Marcel's also just put in a comment there. Thank you so much. There we go. Just added now. Hope that comes through. Pin. Yeah, there we go. So just click that pin link, Noam, and then you can join this call. Demi saying he drives a 4-stroke 125 cc's on in South Africa. Caleb Udinel. Wow, that's an awesome also track. We had somebody join a few weeks back, or not a few weeks back. It's been a couple of months, to be fair. And they were asking how to get into four-stroke owner karting there. I forgot the gentleman's name. Zachary joined and then he left. No worries. What's up, Harry?
Hi,
Welcome back, Harry. How are you?
I'm good.
Harry, do you have any footage that you got from Buckmore, I think it was?
I did. I actually think. Oh no, actually, I did upload it. Sorry. I don't know if I sent it to you. I probably forgot.
I haven't got it, but go for it. Since
I can upload it now. To
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, go for it.
I've been looking at a new camera. Actually, I'm gonna get an Insta360 and put it in my helmet.
Nice. Is that the white one, the mini?
Yeah, like
white one?
the tiny camera.
Yeah. How are you planning to mount it in your helmet?
I think I'm gonna get like a clip and clip it onto like a balaclava or something and put it at the top of my helmet.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Let me know how you get on with that, because we can see some POV or eye level shots.
I'll upload the footage now. No, I'll reply to my comment and send it over.
Go for it. What's up, Zachary? Welcome to Track Help. Can you hear us? I think you're muted. Whilst we do that, I'm going to try and bring up. Here we go. This is something I want to share with everyone. Speaking of eye level or helmet POV. So this is Muhammad Al-Thani, and he was the first driver I saw to get this shot. I was wondering, how did you get this? So he basically put the Insta, Harry, you were talking about, and he basically put it on the edge of his helmet to the right hand side. You know how the visor strip comes on? So this is quite fascinating, but you have to clean your visor. We got Khalid. What's up, Khalid? I'll send you some videos in winter. Maybe you can give me some pointers on the Lucelle track. Absolutely. You know what will be best? Let's meet at the Lucelle track, and I'll give you some live pointers. But be sure to send over some videos as well. Love to have you come on Track Help. So this is Muhammad's shot. We have 46. What's up, 46? I don't see your full name on TikTok. It just comes up as 46. All right, Harry, I have got your link. What's up, Zachary?
Oh, there we go. Saw it.
How are you, Zachary?
I'm alright.
Where are you joining us from?
Don't really know. Kent, London.
So I reckon Buckmore is your local track?
Yeah, I guess.
Awesome. First time you come on Track Help, right?
What's that?
The first time you've joined the Track Help session, right?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Welcome. So Track Help we do every Sunday. And if you got any karting footage of your own or any questions, be sure to share it or let us know here. Did you post any footage for this week? Or have any questions for this week?
I posted some footage on TikTok, if you want to see that.
Can you share a YouTube link to it? Because that's the best way to share screen.
What if I...
Share that TikTok link as well whilst you're at it. Let me take a look.
How do I do that on here?
Go onto TikTok, click share, copy link, and then come back on here. And then in the message option, it should be on the bottom right, you can copy and paste.
All right, let me just log into my TikTok now, and then I'll come back and then I'll shut it again.
Let's just admit Sebastian. I'm going to come to you, Harry, in just a second. What's up, Sebastian? Welcome. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
YouTube. Welcome, Sebastian. Where are you joining us from?
Norway.
Amazing. What's the weather? Is it raining or is it sunny?
Raining, but I'm in Greece on vacation now, so yeah.
Ah, okay. Are you doing some karting in Greece?
Yeah, I was to Chania.
All right. You know, there's a very famous YouTuber, GP89. You should check out some of his videos. Top Greek driver, and he does lots of track reviews, rental carts, owner carts. Check him out. So just like I told Zachary, Sebastian, this is a weekly discussion. We go through any footage that you have, any questions, and if you have any, be sure to submit a post or just let us know during this live call, yeah? Noam on YouTube. I'm in the academy. I don't see the call. All right. So same thing I told Sebastian. Go to the pin comment. There's a first comment on the academy page. Click on track help. When you click on that post, it'll have the meeting link. Noam, let me search if I can actually DM you on academy. Looks like I need to search. It's the same as your YouTube link. Actually, no, it's not coming up. NOAM. No. Can you DM me on the academy? And then I'll be able to post the direct link. Had a couple of people request to join. Okay, no, you requested to join. Now you should be able to see the link. And we had Vash as well. Let's admit everyone in. All right, it's Baxter. What's up, Baxter? Baxter from Tamworth. Yes. Baxter, it's great to have you join the live stream. And we had some awesome races last year in Tamworth. Baxter very nicely invited me over to join one of the Super Champs rounds. And we ended up having a load of fun over there. Right, everyone's in. Let's share screen so we can get Harry's footage on. So Harry, when was this shot? Recently?
It was. Sorry, it wasn't a few months ago. Also, it is quite small. I had to zoom in. I don't know why, but
No worries. Let me just.
there we go.
increase
There we go. It's a lot better now.
Hope it's not too blurry.
No, it's quite good. I mean, even though it's 360p, it's a lot better. So this was a random public session on Sunday, maybe.
All right.
I just wanted to have some fun because I just felt like going to Buckmore and having some fun. It was an interesting public session, as you can see. So I just went to have some fun and basically just tested like how different carts felt. So I did like 2 sessions. So I had like a rocket in the first one, and then this was where I didn't have such a good cart.
You're familiar with Buckmore. How often have you been?
So when I was new, like the first time I ever went outdoor karting, I went in like the junior karts, and it was torrential rain. I never knew how to drive in the rain, so it was an interesting race to say the least. And then I went another time for like a practice, and then I did a like a club race, and then I did Club 100 here, and then it comes to here.
How is Club 100 compared to the Sodis that you're driving on this track?
I think Club 100 is probably the best type of kart to drive it on because it's not too fast and it's still got like the close racing and it's still got like braking and stuff like that. Whereas in a lot of like the owner karts, you're not flat for a lot of the corners. You're kind of like lifting and feathering the throttle. Club 100 is kind of like the perfect in between of like both classes.
How does the line and I guess braking differ from Sodis to Club 100? Is it difficult to switch, or
honestly
have a style for each?
I think that the difference is that for all the tracks, including Sodis and Club 100, like lock braking into the heavy braking zones is like the ideal braking. I don't know why. I mean, I've seen my friend like completely destroy tires doing it. You can see smoke coming out each time he does it. It's like a distraction in a way.
Wow.
I think it is kind of excessive him doing that, but it's just his way of doing it. He pushes the brake very hard. But especially in Club 100, lock braking is like very good. I don't know why, but all the fast people do it, and that's why it's faster. I've been trying to research on how it works, why it works, but I can't find literally anything on it.
What were your timings like in this session? Because it looks a bit overcast.
Yeah,
it?
it was a cold track, and also I don't really like these carts with the new easy steer, because it just doesn't give
Okay.
you as much feel. Like you can just kind of turn it all the way, and you.
Right.
I mean, obviously you'd be scared when you're going full throttle, but I could feel I could just go like all the way to the right, and it would be quite easy. It felt like it when I was going top speed. I'd like
So they've
a
changed
head.
something on these.
Yeah, I think they're
Right.
like Sodi have released a new RT10, so the V2, and like a lot of the new carts that Sodi sell come with easy steer now. So like the steering's a lot lighter, and it's like meant so like people can do, I think, longer races, because I guess they do the 24-hour here.
Mm-hmm. So this is a new fleet of carts from, let's say, last year.
I think they're newer.
Wow.
They brought them in literally the day before the 24-hour.
Ah, okay. These are new then.
Yeah.
How often do they change it? Is it every year? Or every couple of years, maybe?
I think it's every year. By lots of things. But this time they completely rebranded and added a ton of stuff.
That's impressive. That's really, really impressive. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the colors were different when I drove on it. What about the track? Track is the same legendary track.
Yeah, I mean, I never got to experience the old cars, so like I don't know what the disparity was like then.
Mm-hmm.
I got told it was bad, but it wasn't this bad. Like these things apparently
I'm
have been
surprised you.
absolutely
Yeah,
crushed.
I'm surprised. Who
The
else was
issue,
on this? Yeah, sorry, you were saying.
this was like before the sprint series, so like everyone was practicing like the session before. So it was just kind of like fighting, like battling with some of the faster people, and I got like P5 in this session with a horrible kart.
Basically, it's for best lap time. This session though, right?
Yeah, yes, it's a 30-minute practice.
Gotcha. Who's in front right now? 16.
Honestly, I don't know them.
Okay.
I only know like their juniors around here, because so Club 100 you get.
Sorry, you're cutting out. I think your mic is covered. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
With Club 100 you get an MS UK license, so you can come to Buckmore and say, oh, I have X and X license. Can I use it to race? And they're like, oh, great. Just send me the license. We'll check with Club 100 that you race with them, and you can race with them at 13. But you can't. You can only do like the junior sessions until you're 14. You have to be 14 to do like the practice and the adult sessions.
Gotcha. I think just for safety, right?
Yeah, I think so, and insurance.
Yeah, because moment somebody gets in a bad crash, and obviously no seatbelts, right, in these carts as well.
No.
Yeah, they don't want to risk anything. But that's interesting concept. How did you get your license? Is it just with participation they give it?
I mean, it's simply quite easy. I mean, you just fill out a form, and it's not like asking any questions or anything. All you do is like so when you register for Club 100 originally, you just get given like a list of things to check off and do.
Yeah.
And so like one of the things is just like go to the MSUK license like website, fill in the form, and then put in like a code, and it just immediately gives you the license.
That's awesome. I know they're promoting the indoor championship now, right? With the team sport. They're a big partner, or are they involved in some of the prizes?
They're involved in all the prizes this year. So
what are the prizes?
So the prize is the ticket to the North or the South Championship. So the North being a 5-round championship and the South being an 8-round championship.
Gotcha.
And so the issue being, obviously, you don't get the national one anymore. It used to be the national one, which is a bit strange. So you don't get the full experience anymore. But so as I was saying, even so, the Club 100 has had a youth championship for 5 years now, so since 2019.
All right.
And so the issue being is that like in the regulations, you can't be eligible for the prize if you've raced in Club 100 within the past 5 years. So if you've touched the Club 100 car, like raced in them within 5 years, you can't get the prize, and there's nothing else you get. All you get is like the the trophy and like the title of indoor karting champion. It just gets
Gotcha.
given to the next person.
Gotcha. How's your preparation going for the indoor championship?
So qualifying ended yesterday, and I think
Yeah.
I've got through. I was 13th literally the entire time.
Okay.
And I set 3 laps of the 3 that you needed to complete. So because I don't want to go in like completely unprepared, I've decided to book into the next 2 junior races, which are in the same format. So like I get a bit of practice.
I think that's very important now that it's hopefully, as you mentioned, you qualified. You want to try and do your best. I mean, how are the penalties in these races? Like, are there proper marshals at each corner and tracking any bumping and things like that? It's a big big thing we've had in rentals. People complain about.
My favourite marshals, who I think were the only ones really interested in actual motorsport and racing stuff, left. So, and it's usually just like people who are like, it's usually just teenagers who want a job and just want to do something that's relatively fun. And usually they don't really care about what happens. I mean, there's like this one woman who's like really nice, and she's like, she'll always like be fair and stuff. But like the issue that I have is that like during the race league, like people like try to T-bone one another, and she's like, "Oh, sportsmanship, we don't worry about like no one needs to report one another." It's like, yeah, but like you can't let people T-bone one another.
T-bone, yeah.
And so, anyways,
and that's
the penalties
in BIKC though.
No, race league, even race league. So
Wow.
but the penalties, I've got a 3-second before,
All right.
just for contact, which didn't really make sense. It's like it's indoor karting. We're confined by these barriers. There's going to be contact between one another. And they give us these penalties, and you watch like one of this guy who did owner karting for 6 years. You wouldn't be able to tell he did owner karting for 6 years because you watch his onboard footage, and he's ramming everyone out of the way. And me and all my friends, we comment on his videos and we say, "Look, you just ran that guy out of the way. Like you can't just overtake him after you've loaded him into the corner." He says, "Well, I was faster," and he replies like, "Oh, I'm faster than him, so it was either I will lose time and wait around, or that I push him out of the way and overtake," in quotes, apparently, like, what's the word? Say like legally, but it wasn't legal because you pushed him out of the way.
No, the standard of indoor and owner carts is wow. They should set the example. They shouldn't be, lowering the standard. That's all right. That's all right. But I was just interested because I know generally in rental car competitions, marshals will obviously pay attention to the incidents at the front, but in the midfield, like everyone's got complaints after. This guy bumped me, and like I got taken out.
And don't forget, if you want to complain, you can't use your own GoPro footage.
Okay.
First off,
yep.
And you have to pay them £10 to report it. And if it is found in your favour, you get the £10 back. And if it isn't, they keep the £10. So basically, you're bribing them to make it your fault.
Yeah. And they're discouraging you to join to appeal, basically.
But why would they like, say it's in your favour? Because then they get a free £10. It doesn't make sense.
I've done races where it's a lot more. So there was the Middle East Kart Championship. It's an owner kart one. They will charge you £1,000 just to appeal, right? And people are scared after. Basically what happened the first day, everyone went to the stewards. This guy did this guy did that. Then the next day they said, we've got a new rule, £1,000 just to appeal, and you lose your money if you're if it's not in your favor. So yeah, that's I've heard that before. But you see, the higher level championships they do, the more for example, cameras they'll actually put on the racetrack. So in that race, they had a camera on every corner, and then when they do the incident analysis, they'll rewind the footage of that corner and look at it objectively. There'll be independent panel of stewards and all this. I think there's something similar though in Club 100. I mean, they have the live stream, so surely they've got cameras on different corners and things. Or is it not
Club
that?
100.
Sorry, not Club 100. BIKC.
Oh, BIKC. That's not I mean, as in local and regional finals as well. So like they're not streamed.
Okay.
And so they're just
Only the
like,
final.
Yeah, only the big national final, which again is,
Mm.
I mean, you see some interesting stuff on there, which doesn't get penalties, but it's indoor karting. I think the only
Yeah, yeah.
place where indoor karting is really respected and actually kind of like as well like accepted and like actually raced on is more Europe. Like if you talk to like a European driver, you'll see like they'll be doing indoor karting and no one will like, have a go at them for it because it's more natural.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Here it's more just like a fun thing. Like everyone will
Yeah.
just mess about there.
That's true. But I know a lot of tracks they do these championships. Like for example, Jacob. Those are all the gas karts in Poland, for example, and they do endurance indoor kart races. I know in Belgium as well they do that.
Mhm.
The moment you go electric, like a lot of the team sports tracks have, then
Can't do that. You have to
yeah,
swap carts, and like there's like a fleet of 40 carts, and there's 20 people racing. You only get 2 carts, so the most you can do is like an hour.
I think
Yeah.
if you're lucky,
Yeah, I mean,
especially-
I did a 1 hour like an Ironman race, I think they call it,
yeah,
and I had to swap carts in between. Like it's not like you can strategize it as well. You have to
Mm.
like be called in, which is like even worse because then
Oh, okay, it's one of those.
yeah, it's even worse. It's like you can't even strategize it and make a strategy. It's just
Yeah.
just go forward, no waiting around.
That is interesting. Harry, thanks a lot for sharing the footage again. Was there anything else you want to go over before we go on to the next driver?
Did you message my friend by the way? I think you said that you got his message, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I've contacted him. And
Mm.
is his name Piero?
Yeah, Pierre Ligio, I think it is. It's
Pierre
an
Ligio.
Italian name.
So Pierre Ligio does the mods for the karts, which is really interesting. So he actually develops a 4-stroke. I think he's done 2-stroke as well. And he then referred me to somebody about the track mods.
Yeah.
Because I asked him if he can do the track mod and the kart mod. We'll see if he can do the Birrell N35, because that's the chassis and engine as well we need for the Lucille track.
Knowing Pierre, he's
Yeah.
like he focuses on one thing and like really goes for it. So
Yeah.
like that rental car he's been working on for like a year and like that's
Wow.
been non-stop. So I think what he's going on to next is going to be a 125 Rotax. So all he's done is an indoor 200, an indoor 270, an outdoor 270, and an outdoor 400. And then he's going to develop a Rotax. He wants to compete with kart sim on the Rotax physics, which is very interesting.
Wow.
And then he wants to work on in the middle with like a D-Max or a Club 100. I don't think he would make a Birrell just because he's simply like too busy doing something else. But there is a guy making a Club 100 kart for another game, and he's got all the 3D scans for the Birrell N35.
Yeah,
I think I've got some as well. But the guy who I was talking to, like the track guy, I remember him quoting someone around. I mean, I'm not really sure. It was like below. It was like downwards of 500 for like a track because he does he gets a lidar stuff, and then he wants. Hang on, here we go. He says it's lidar, it needs cloud data, elevation, and like the level of accuracy you want, and how much detail and everything. But he makes very good stuff, and it's interesting in the simming.
Yeah, and these projects aren't instant. It takes a lot of time, and when the finished product you see is really impressive. It's quite close to real life as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's worth the investment into that. And no, what I'm planning to do is the group of drivers we got at Lucille, we'll probably all pull in some money together, and we'll all go for this project. So we'll all benefit. I guess we need a Assetto Corsa though. That's the only thing, right? It's run on AC.
It's quite cheap though, so now you can get it like £2.50 on some websites.
Wow. Obviously the PC version, because you need
you have to be PC, which is a shame. But there's so much stuff on Assetto Corsa you can do now. It's like literally just like it's like the I don't know what's the word. Like you can just mod anything onto it. It's the simulator of everything.
Wow. Honestly, that will be the next step, because there's a big gap in terms of karting simulators. There's obviously the established ones. Kartcraft, that was one of the OG ones.
Mm-hmm.
Then the kart sims obviously is the latest one. But things in terms of your local track, and rentals as well, you want to have that. So the fact that there's guys modding and doing this is awesome. So Be sure to send any contacts through. Share it on the academy as well. If anyone else wants to get their tracks modded, they
Mhm.
can they're welcome to come on the academy, make a post about that. I'm sure they'll be interested. So everyone's welcome.
All right, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Harry. We're gonna go to Zachary. Zachary, you still there?
Yeah, a lot.
Amazing. So you got a link to your YouTube channel, you're
Yeah.
saying. Do you see the chat box icon on Meet?
Yeah.
You can put a link there, or just go on the academy and post a comment.
Right. So if you copy and paste that into your Google, whatever, that should come up with my channel.
Amazing.
That
Let
is the
me do that.
And then all my videos. There's not many. There's 3 videos there. You might need to click onto shorts to see my other ones.
Got it. Let's share this over. Which track is this that you've shared?
This is literally just like just a small track. It's called Track Motor Racing. It's in Croydon.
Nice.
It's just a small track. But yeah,
that's you in the yellow helmet.
Yeah.
Amazing. How long have you driven at this track for?
Literally first time today with properly. I've
Wow.
been before, but I don't think it's a great track, so I'm not going to be going there often.
How long have you done karting for? You just got started?
Yeah.
Amazing. When did you start?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. So you're learning the ropes, basically.
Yeah. I've been karting a few times just for fun, like team sport, Mitcham, Crawley, stuff like that. But
nice.
never, yeah.
You know what? Let's quickly go through one of these tracks. I'd love to bring up a track diagram actually, and go through it with you. You said you're not going back though, huh?
Oh, what is that?
You're not going back to this track?
No, it's not great. It's really bumpy. The carts are not great either. The steering is really, really stiff on them carts.
Which
But-
which track are you planning to go to after?
Lakeside or
Yeah,
Lakeside next. Yeah,
Lakeside.
outdoors, but indoors I'll carry on going to Crawley. But
let's
once
bring
we
up
get
Lakeside then. I did Lakeside last year, and I'll share you the track guide. Harry's a regular there as well. You can take some tips from him. But Lakeside is awesome because it's massive. You've got lots of different corners to handle, and there's really powerful carts. So that's like proper outdoor karting. And for you, because you just started, just try and do as much experience as possible. How often can you go karting?
Well, this weekend I've been twice. I went Saturday and now today. I'm maybe able to go. I may be able to go to the taster session tomorrow if I can get someone to drop me at Crawley. But for the race academy.
Amazing. You know what you got to do? Just set number 1 a track, whatever's easy to access, and then number 2 a day in the week that you can go. It's always good to go with friends because you have a group to race with, and just try to do as many laps as possible. Get experience with the handling of karts. See, karts are going to be quite physical, especially these adult ones, which you see over here in the background. Lakeside, massive track. It's got a lot of elevation change, up, down, good combination of corners, lots of hairpin turns. What this track will teach you is, number 1, how to adapt to the best line to take around, and also different braking points. So some corners require lots of braking, some corners just a tap of the brakes. And do you do any sim racing or anything like that?
No, not. I don't do any sim racing at home.
All right. So basically, in terms of racing, your experience will only be on track, which is the best experience because it's difficult to replicate, for example, the risk element on a sim. If you crash in real life, you're gonna get hurt. In a sim, you can restart, but take it in stages. So once you set a track that you're gonna go to, let's say you're going every week there, split it up into different sectors. So I'm going to actually go ahead and share my track map with you. Let's bring up Lakeside as an example. So we're new to a track. We're going to go there every week, let's say, and we're dealing with Lakeside. So what you want to do is, rather than saying, okay, this corner I'm going to do this corner do that, don't get overwhelmed by that. Always split it into sectors. So sectors are in 3. For example, this is the start line. Let's split it up into thirds. You can say this is the first sector. We'll go into blue pen for the next one. So that's sector 1, sector 2. Oops, blue pen. It's going to be this middle part of the track. We've got the 2 hairpins, let's say, and just onto the back straight. And then sector 3, we'll put it in pink. And that brings us down the back straight through the final corner onto the line. So what you'll see is sector 1 in yellow. That's a combination of a right-left, so it's a chicane, which then goes into sector 2. Sector 2, we've got a double hairpin. So that's a typical corner to identify. It goes into a double right-hand corner. And then sector 3 is very straightforward. It's a long straight into a hairpin and across the line. Now, what you'll find from corner to corner is tight corners will require braking. So I'll just highlight that for you. We'll start with...
Wait, what are you trying to say? Like, so each week I go work on different part of the track?
Exactly that. Yeah. Let's say you've done a warm-up session at Lakeside. Now I just want you to focus on sector 1, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. What's the best line we can take through here? Then in the next session, you can look ahead. All right, let me try and tackle the double hairpins over here. What that does, it stages your learning, and you can really work on your strengths and weaknesses. So what will happen? You'll do a couple of sessions and you'll be like, the first couple of corners, they're quite easy. I'm good at that. But I'm struggling with the double hairpins and I'm struggling with the last corner. So now you know where you can work on and where you can continue doing well.
That's what I was working on today at that track Croydon today. There was this one corner. If you look on the video again on that YouTube,
let's go to that.
On the YouTube, there is a...
Stop sharing.
I think there's a video of it, of that corner.
I think it's the last corner, right?
No, I think I had it nailed on the last corner, to be honest.
You know what? I'm going to bring the track map up. That'll be easier because the video is difficult to see the whole track. Croydon karting, right?
Track motor racing, Croydon.
Got that. Let's just share the screen real quick.
It's spelt track as in TRAQ, not.
Yeah. Right over here. It's basically this configuration, right?
Yeah.
Small, simple track, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I reckon...
Oh, that's not the track anymore.
Oh, that's not the track anymore.
That's outdated, yeah.
Oh, okay. What's changed? Everything?
You see all that middle empty part? That's all full up with turns and hairpins and...
Ah, okay. Right.
There's like one hairpin.
I recognize.
And then...
Basically, does something like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally that.
What corners were specifically struggling? A hairpin or chicane?
A hairpin.
Hairpin. We've got plenty of them at Lakeside, for example.
Yeah, to work on. It's very good.
A couple of things to note with the hairpin, actually. I'll send you a link to a few videos I've done shorts on. Let's take hairpin at Lakeside over here. What you'll notice is it's a U-turn.
Yeah.
And it's important you don't enter the corner too quickly, and then at the moment the corner gets very tight, suddenly slam on the brakes, you turn hard, and then you start drifting. What you actually want to do is slow the cart down early in the corner. So what I'm doing over here,
that was what I was doing just before, which is how I remembered the point I have to slow down. There's this one white tire, and I remembered like that's the point where I had to slow down before I got into the hairpin.
Amazing. So that's a reference point, and you look for that at any track. So for example, over here, we've got lots of tires around us, but we know as if there's a gap over here, for example. Also, if there's no reference point at a corner, do it on feeling. Just judge. The main thing in these karts, because they got low speed, the moment you brake too late, you can cut all your revs out, and then accelerating out the corner again, it takes time to build up that speed. So think about early brake, similar to what you were doing, and also a wide entry. Why do you think we should do a wide entry for a corner somewhere here? Where
well, if you do a wide entry, you wouldn't have to do much. Well, you wouldn't have to do any braking, and you can just sort of glide around the.
Yeah, wide entry makes the corner wider.
Yeah.
Never make the corner too tight for you. And as you said, the wider it goes, less braking we need. Generally at hairpin though, because it's so tight, tap of the brakes is probably necessary. What you want to do at the entry point is now look ahead to the apex point. So your apex is the inside edge of a corner, and it's normally highlighted by some kind of a curb or even a tire barrier. And that's important because you want to try and bring your kart as close as possible to it. So if we go to, for example, the next hairpin, going downhill, wide entry, early tap of the brakes, and then I'm looking ahead to the inside edge, the apex. What I can do there, brake, turn, and get nice and close to the inside of a corner. The moment you start leaving a gap, let's say you're where my yellow circle is, that means you're too wide or you're carrying too much speed. Close the distance next time. On exit,
How would I go about? Because obviously, when I'm going on that inside, like almost, where if I was doing indoor, I'd be clipping the apex there.
Yeah.
You'd hear it you just want to hear a little click.
Yeah, tap on the barrier, I guess it was, right?
Yeah. Tap the barrier. But also, if I'm leaving all that room on the outside, obviously at indoors, indoor and most tracks, you're not competing for position. Like you're not fighting for position. It's all about timing. But if you were in a race fighting for position, that leaves room for someone to go out the inside.
Exactly, yeah. So let's say this is a race, I'm in front, and suddenly I go to the left. So the driver who's behind me, he has all this space.
Yeah.
On the inside.
To just go on the inside and cut you off. What
you can do is either defend. So before this corner, I would start actually staying on the right-hand side, so the opposite. I'm going to cover the inside line, this portion. Or I'd let him have the inside line. What happens when you have the inside line? It becomes tighter. So you can anticipate him. Yeah, anticipate him to go tight, but then overshoot. So he'll almost go in a straight line. It's what we call the switchback. So the moment somebody overshoots a corner, they come across you, let's say over here. Now that gap over here opens up so we can drive towards it. You almost stay on your own line, but take the tighter apex. And you want to get used to those types of scenarios. It's great to practice the wide line during best lap time or qualifying, and in a race, try defending or try go for the switchback. It'll always help. And the best way for you to approach any corner which is quite tight, if you go for early braking, you can normally catch people out like that. Generally, people in races, they brake too late, and at the apex they'll be going wide, so you can switch back.
But also, if you're braking early and someone's braking late, like you said, the acceleration after the hairpin will be like on that straight. You'll get a faster acceleration, so you can overtake them on that.
We call it slow in, fast out. This is a typical slow in, fast out corner. At Lakeside, boom, I'm already on the brakes. If you notice my foot over here, tap of the brakes, getting my braking done way before the apex. You can't even see the apex over here. I'm sacrificing that time early, and now look at that. I'm already back on the gas. And in relation to the apex, it's a good couple of meters. So not only have I rotated the kart, I'm back on the gas before the apex, building up my speed. That's one thing I want you to know about the brakes as well. It's used for turning the kart. So brakes are only located at the rear, and the more you press the brakes, the more the rear is going to move. So think about pressing the brakes hard and then getting some movement in the kart. The way you know you got movement is you'll start counter steering. So let's say it's a right-hand turn. Rather than turning right, the harder you press the brakes, you're actually going to be turning a bit to the left, correcting that oversteer you get. So experiment with that. Use the brakes to turn the kart. It's one really, really big advantage you can get, especially at Lakeside. And then use all of the tracks. So if we go through a lap over here, you'll see from the beginning, wide entry, close apex. And then for the next corner, we set up wide entry again, close apex. Between two corners, try and take the shortest path possible. So don't zigzag, don't go wide, then come back, do that. Don't, just take a straight line. So again, shortest path. In preparation for the hairpin, wide entry. Could have been a bit closer to the apex there. Get into the hairpin, wide entry, close apex, and get back out wide. You'll see the white lines are a great reference for track limits. So it's legal in karting to put two wheels over the white line. You can see half of my kart is over the white lines.
Yep.
And that's the same case on entry or apex and exit of the corner as well. Now, sometimes you can see the surface changes over here. There's this brown patch and then the tarmac. You don't want going on the outside surface will actually slow you down. So feel out corner to corner. Can I use the track limits on exit, or should I just stay within the white line?
Yeah.
Definitely though, use the inside apex. So if you're missing the apex, or there's a gap to the inside, you've got to either slow it down or just get closer. And more than that, just laps upon laps upon laps. That's very, very important, because track time is the way you're going to improve. You can watch all the videos you want and memorize all the theory, but until you get on track and apply it, that's where you're really going to see the progress. So once you can establish a proper training routine, then you can see the results. As I said, apply the sector by sector approach. So you're not taking all the corners together, and see, each corner in isolation. Am I struggling on this? Am I struggling on that? Then after that, once you do sector by sector, then you do corner by corner. So you take each corner, and let me just share my screen again. So let's say we're at Lakeside again. I've identified the sectors. Now, corner by corner, I'm going to think of two things. First thing you want to think about is, where should my entry be? Should it be wide? Should it be in the middle? Should it be tight? Normally, you should enter a corner wide.
Yeah.
Then you think about the apex. Should I go in the middle of the corner? Should I go slightly late in the corner? Don't go too early. The moment you start taking an early apex, that means you get to the apex very quickly. You normally overshoot on exit. So just go for a mid to late apex. And the exit's very important. We're taking turn one, the right-hander. If I approach it from the outside, I apex at the inside, and then I go back out wide, do something like this. Now my entry for turn two, it's too tight, right?
Yeah.
So that's why taking a later turn in and staying on the right-hand side of the track now sets me up for turn two. Think of the corner head. Finally, any corner, think of, should I go flat? Should I brake? Or should I lift? And you can make initial interpretations, but normally be conservative, add a brake or add a lift. And if you feel that's easy, then you can start going flat. Great sign to know if a corner requires lifting or braking is if you're sliding too much. If you listen to the sound of the engine and the revs are dropping too much, that probably means you're going too quick. So just think about slowing it down early, as we said, in the corner, keeping your revs high towards the exit.
Yeah.
Let me know how it goes, Zach, and love to hear your opinion on Lakeside.
Yeah.
So you're on the academy, right?
No, I'm gonna join the race academy.
No, KTips Academy.
Oh.
How did you join the meeting link?
Harry sent me the link.
Okay. Harry, can you send Zachary the link to sign up for KTips Academy?
Yeah, I'll just send it to him now.
Perfect. So make an account, join the academy. It's free to join. There, I'll DM you the track guide for Lakeside and some other pointers, some other videos you can look at before you go. And then you can hopefully interact with the rest of the drivers there. You can put a post out as well, how your session goes. If you got any footage as well from Lakeside, just be sure to share it over here. That'd be awesome.
Hang on, I'm just trying to. I might need your help a second.
Omar, I don't think Lakeside allow GoPros anymore.
Yeah, I heard from a couple of people. I really had to convince them last time I went and said, look, I'm just here for the day. Just let me take some footage and we'll do a video. But have they just stopped everyone completely now?
I mean, at both Brentwood and Lakeside, I mean,
yeah,
Brentwood seemed to be more nice with the terms of like putting GoPro mounts on the carts, but Lakeside just not at all.
Brentwood were absolutely fine with the GoPro. Like they didn't say anything. It's Lakeside who said, yeah. So they might have changed as well, Brentwood.
Yeah, I think it's the National Karting Association in the UK. They've like really cracked down on it now, like really, like literally every track. So that's why I've been looking at the Insta360 because the tracks, like Club 100, Buckmore Park, what else? Lakeside, Brentwood. So many tracks don't allow GoPros now. It's just a shame. And so having a little Insta360 which no one can really see in the side of your helmet is like
exactly.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
and it's like the F1 as well.
How
exactly.
The closest you'll get to a POV camera, like the closest to your eyes.
No, I tried it with the Cambox because that was like the thing on the market for this. But really disappointed with the quality of the footage, the stabilization, and the battery life. Like I've had the Cambox for 6 to 7 months now, and the battery lasts 10 minutes. It's unacceptable, actually. Like I barely did any, running in that.
I got told there's tons of issues with it in terms of like the actual footage, as in like sometimes it will just make random cuts.
Yeah, I like 30-minute clip will cut 4 times.
Wow.
So it's it's
that's
insane.
if you can get 30 minutes.
And that's if you can get it, yeah. Like I have a really nice design in my helmet with Velcro and it attaches really nicely and it's discreet.
Perfect.
But the camera is terrible. So, it's really, really unfortunate. Let me know how it goes with the Insta though.
Yeah, I've got 3 different mounting ways for it, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So like,
let me know.
There's like a Velcro, which I'll put on the side of my helmet, and then there's also
the Velcro.
What's the word? There's like a little like a bit of plastic which like clips onto it, and you can just push it into your helmet into the side.
Wow.
And then there's also like one where you can you clip it onto like a balaclava and put it at the top of your helmet.
Excellent. So you've got different ways.
I'm gonna experiment with them.
Yeah.
And see which one's best.
Zachary, I've just admitted you now into the academy. So familiarize yourself. The main page basically has the chat section, so you can make a post. And you know what? I might as well just share my screen so everybody can get familiar with this. This is the academy page, landing page. Track help. Every week there's going to be a new comment. So when you click on that comment, you'll see the meeting link. And then here, everybody who wants to submit something, has a question, puts it down. So we had lots of submissions. We actually missed out on Lewis today. He was the first one who went through it. So hope we can get him on next time. And then, introduce yourself as well. This is a really nice post because we've got people from all over the world putting their karting tracks, how often they go karting. It's really great to read about Vernon and put your own as well. And then any questions about your driving, questions about opinions. Let's cover this one whilst we're at it. We had William Brown. I was at my rental kart track. I was going full speed into a hairpin. The kart I'm lapping was in front. To not crash, I brake, but the kart on my rear fails to brake. So I crash into the kart in front and turn into the tire wall. Is it my fault? Based on that, no, because the driver behind basically pushed you, and you couldn't do anything. You didn't brake check him. You were obviously braking to avoid the guy in front, so that's not to worry. Post your wins, guys. This is Ignacio, fastest lap. I went to my track. I used the push-pull steering technique for the first time. I was finding it difficult to rotate the kart, but after applying this technique, I ranked top 3 of the week and first of the day. So plenty of things you guys can post. And Zachary, I'm going to send you a DM right now as well.
Yeah.
Let's just put that in. Was there anything else, Zachary, before we move on to the next driver?
No, I think that's it.
Thanks a lot for joining again. As I said, every Sunday we have these sessions, so would love to keep us posted. Join on. Let us know if you have any questions or footage you want to go through. And yeah, you can stay on the live stream, or you can just watch on this meet.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. All right, we've got Rami. What's up, Rami?
Hello.
Welcome back. How have you been, Rami?
I'm doing good.
Are you back to school now?
No, 1 more week.
1 more week. Wow. Okay. I know
And,
people, schools in Qatar started today. So I
Yeah.
think you're lucky to have an extra week.
Yeah, we finished late, so it was kind of yeah.
Oh, you finished late. Okay, so you'll start late. Yeah, that makes sense. What's
So-
up, Noam? 1 second, Rami. What's up, Noam?
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Let me know if you can hear us, Noam.
Oh, sorry. What's up?
How are you, Noam?
I'm doing pretty good. What about yourself?
I'm very well, thank you. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Denmark.
From Denmark. Do you know Hassan?
Yes, I do. I'm actually in the same club as him.
Ah, amazing. So you're a regular at the track that we see on a regular basis.
Yeah,
Hassan
yeah,
just put the is it your first time joining Track Help?
it is.
Amazing. Are you part of the academy as well?
Yeah, I just signed in like like an
that's
hour
right.
ago.
Yeah. I admitted you. You commented on the YouTube stream. Do you
Yeah.
have a footage of your own or any questions you wanted to cover?
Yeah, I have some footage.
You had some footage. What I recommend is share a YouTube link to it. We're hopefully going to get a chance to review it next week in the session because we're coming up to the end of today's session in about 10 minutes. But let's keep it for next week and we'll definitely go through it. Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
We've got we had one other driver join early. I think they've just left the meet. Were there any other questions though, Noam, before I go to Rami?
It depends. How long do I have before
We got 10 minutes, so let's wrap up anything before that. We got yourself and Rami, and then we'll call it a wrap.
Can you maybe just review the clips and just spend like 3 minutes because I
You
think like
you got a link to it?
I do. I can just put it in the chat in here.
Amazing. Go for that. Put a link in the chat. Before you do that, I know we can finish off with Rami's clip real quick. You put another clip up, Rami. It's a short one again.
Yeah, the circuit's just so small, so there's nothing you can really take pictures of.
Are you still there?
Yeah, going back to the 4. I've been doing a lot of karting work.
I recommend you try out some of the other tracks in Jeddah. You know how
They're all closed or far.
Okay, all right. Are they not open during the evenings, let's say? I know it's hot, but
Yeah, they're always in the evening, but like the the close ones, the one next to this one, it's the top facility made by like F1.
Yeah.
They close it for a month and they open it for a month. So this month it closed.
It's like that. It's like that. It's good. It's good you're keeping up your practice though. That's very important.
Yeah. Today I had some sim work. I did some simulation.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Mine. Yeah.
Were there any questions you wanted to go through?
Yeah.
Any questions you had?
Yeah.
Go for it. Let me know.
So, what are some preparations I can do for race day?
Great question. You know, when race day, you want to make sure, number one, you have a good night's sleep. That's the most important. You need to be as fresh as possible. And then you want to time when your meals should be. So try to keep, you know, a good window between the time you go out on track and obviously after you race. What I like to do is eat a couple of hours before, and then as we get closer and closer, have some kind of a drink, stay hydrated, and after the race, eat as normal. Make sure you're not fatigued, and you know, really before the race itself, try to stimulate yourself, whether that's through having an on-track practice session, which sometimes like the track is open an hour or two before the race and then they close it for the public. Do a public session just so you're warmed up. Do some sim work before you go to the track. What you don't want to do is get there and be, you know, too relaxed and not in the zone, and then suddenly you're trying to warm up in the first qualifying heat or whatever. If you simply can't do anything like that, you can't do sim work before, you can't even do an on-track session, physical exercise kind of warm-ups, you know, hit some push-ups right before you get out on track.
You've been telling me that. I've been doing it every day, like 100 push-ups.
There you go. I'd do 100 push-ups just before your race. Maybe not 100 if you get too exhausted.
Like 80.
80 or 50. Whatever doesn't get you too exhausted. Remember, you want to save your energy for the race. But the idea is there's this build-up. So good night's sleep, good meal beforehand, and then, you know, your body's fired up. You head into that race with all guns blazing, and then, you know, you enjoy after. You have your whatever meal and prep for the next one.
Yes, this race is on Sunday, so I'm gonna see you on that Sunday live. So I'll tell you about it.
Oh, awesome! Is the live after the race?
Oh yeah, it's at 10 a.m. in the morning. So for me.
Oh, awesome. Well, let us know how that goes and try and incorporate that kind of preparation. Let me know how you feel. Yeah.
So how much sim work should I be getting daily?
I wouldn't overdo it because personally, like the more sim work I do, the more my eyes get strained. Like I can't do more than an hour. So an hour is actually a great start. And then have like certain objectives for the sim work you do, whether it's an online race that you're doing or just hot laps on time trial where you're building consistency.
Do you know on Assista Corsa, I'm on console PlayStation. Do they do any online races?
AC, I'm not sure. Anyone have any idea? Can we do online on AC? I'm sure you can. I'm sure there's online for that. I think though with PlayStation you need to get their online subscription and then
I do have one.
So that's perfect. I mean, I'm familiar with F1, for example. They have some crazy online lobbies. Not the best standard of racing. Yeah, that's online is always great to do. More pressure.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you so much. Rami, we have a question for you from Sohaib. He's saying, where in Jeddah was that track?
It's on the King Abdul Aziz Road. It's close to Red Sea Mall.
What was the name of it again? Do you remember?
Jeddah Court?
Yeah, it was, right? You know what, Sohaib? Let me bring up the track map for you just before we...
That's what I remember.
End of G's. I remember it was a small one as well.
Yeah, very small.
So no, it wasn't the track. That's the big one. Jeddah Kart. This is it. Yeah, this is it. It's a really small track, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Flat out, but like
it's all flat out. For your context, yep, it's just on the Red Sea Mall.
Worn out. be honest.
CRG ones. I think they do a refurbish soon. Rami, thank you so much for your questions again. We're going to move on to Noam. Just before we wrap up there, Noam, you got a link to the footage?
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Rami.
Bye.
Noam, I just got your link now. You got some awesome footage.
Yeah, this is my my trainer's YouTube. You can see me in the third video.
Should I go on?
What?
Which one shall I click on? Which one would you like to?
Take the middle one.
Awesome.
And it's my trainer filming, and we're just racing. So try and find a part where I'm leading, so you can see my lines.
Let's go here.
All right. So the main question I actually have is, this is a race hall in Denmark. And if you can go back a bit?
Sure.
Let me see where this is.
Just let it load for a second.
Yeah. All right. Just skip like 10 seconds, maybe.
Sure.
All right, perfect. This next turn, not this one, but turn 10 that's coming up now. Turn 10 now and turn 11 here. In this particular corner right here, you to get a good exit, because you actually don't go all the way to the left side. You kind of just lock the brakes a little bit and position yourself in the middle of the track. But my problem is, throughout a decent long race, I feel that my rear tires would get too hot and I would lose grip throughout a race because I'm locking up to get that rotation.
Yeah. What would happen when they were too hot? More sliding?
Yeah, more sliding, and I feel like I couldn't take the same entry speed in a corner.
Ah, okay, gotcha. And how, how deep into the session would that happen? Like after 10 minutes or 15 minutes?
It depends from kart to kart and from tires. But I would say around 7 laps.
7 laps, gotcha. So
it's a long track.
Yeah. I mean, just by observing in front, I want to see some more laps where you're in front, because you seem to be, as you said, trying to be a bit aggressive.
Take the last video.
The last one, okay. I think this one, right?
Yeah, it's and then like in the middle of the video, you have like 3 minutes of me just leading.
Beautiful. It's good to be aggressive. Aggression, especially in karts, will help you with rotation. It'll also help you be closer to that limit. So what we don't do is the underdriving where we're too smooth and too progressive, but then don't overdrive where we're sliding too much. It's always that balance we're trying to find. And as you said, kart to kart, it'll handle differently. I think the main thing is to identify a workaround any overheating issues, as you said. So sometimes you have to dial back that aggression. And it's difficult because it's almost changing your driving style. And
so you mean take a few laps where you really push and then like kind of cool down for a bit, lose like half a second, or
you could do, but the thing is, when you do that cool down, we want to try and lose as less time as possible. So sometimes it's keeping the line exactly the same and even sort of your entry points, but the way you press the brakes is a bit more progressive. So as opposed to hard on the brakes, lock the rear tires, get rotation, why don't we just brake slightly earlier and maybe smoother, so there's not that much rotation?
Yeah, I don't lock the brakes completely because that's just too much. But I'm kind of like on the limit to where they're almost locking, so I get weight on the front end, so it kind of slips out a bit.
Exactly. So do you find it overheats because of that?
I feel like when I do that, I maybe oversteer a little too much.
Okay. and that's totally normal. You're using the brakes to turn the car. That's actually what's happening. So
Yeah.
sometimes, as we said, changing that braking technique to be less aggressive, just more progressive on the brakes, smooth, and then the cart won't react so negatively. Additionally, with your steering inputs, I know we don't have any onboard footage, but are you quite sharp when you turn, or how do you sort of go about that?
You can see my trainer here. He kind of holds his hand like on
Yeah.
the top of the wheel and pushes on the steering wheel to get that weight
Yeah.
on the back wheels.
That's it.
That's here on in this video. It's not that long ago, but here I wasn't doing it. Here I had my hands in the middle of the steering wheel. Now I do that, and it's really helped.
You're at the top. Amazing.
Yeah.
What about leading? Do you use your body when you go in the corners?
A lot.
Awesome. Leaning does help, put some more grip on outside tires, maybe reduce some sliding. How about things like throttle application? So being a bit more smooth when you put the gas on can reduce some of the slide. If we're too instant and we're trying to go to the maximum speed, cart will tend to oversteer like that as well. But I wouldn't worry too much about that. I mean, when your tires start overheating and things, how much does that impact your lap times?
I would say maybe half a second per lap if it's bad.
Like you've tracked that, you've done that many times, and it's about.
Yeah, there's an app I have on my phone called Race Hall.
Amazing.
Where you can see your times.
So what I want you to do next time is apply these techniques of just being smoother during your cool down lap, with your braking, with your steering inputs, being a bit more conservative, and then see how much that impacts your lap time. Is it less than half a second? Is it more than half a second? And then what to do in this scenario. If my tires overheat, and then being a bit smoother with my inputs and things like that allows my timings to be, let's say, 0.4, 0.3 of a second slower, I'll use that technique. If being smooth with your braking and steering and gas makes you 0.6 of a second, 0.7 of a second slower, that's even slower than having them overheat. So sometimes just driving through the problem is the case. I don't think it'll be like that. I reckon it'll be very similar. You might lose about 0.4, maybe 0.5. So it's just a matter of then going on what you're comfortable with. You see, in a race especially, you want to try and change as less as possible, because that messes with your mindset, your momentum as well, that flow that you build up. So you want to try and change as less as possible. But you got plenty of training sessions to experiment, and I'd experiment these things as you've obviously been doing.
I have. Yeah. I just actually this morning I went to practice.
Yeah.
And I had a pretty big crash on this corner actually.
Oh, okay.
So my ribs are kind of I think one of them is kind of bruised, but so I'll probably be taking a little bit of a break maybe.
Yeah. That's the worst kind of injury to have in karting, especially like a track like this. Yeah, because it's you got to use your body.
Yeah.
In these corners, and you'll feel the pressure there. Take some rest and make sure it's not a fractured rib. I've known
I don't
friends,
think it is.
Yeah, it's not right.
No.
I've known friends that've had bad crashes, and then it's very painful. And until they go to the doctor and they say no, it's fractured, then they kept on driving, so it got even worse. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
No, it's been a pleasure. When is the next time you're going to the track? I mean, obviously after you recover, but is there a Grand Prix you're going to be participating, or practice session? What's the next?
We have a Grand Prix every Sunday, last Sunday of the month, in Race Hall.
Amazing. Hassan was telling me about it. I think 29th.
Yeah. We are in the same club. Hi, Norm.
Hello.
Wow.
It is quite funny seeing you here.
Yeah, I didn't. What's it called?
I didn't
think you'd be here.
Jeg tror ikke du vil være her.
Nej,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Norm is pretty good. He won the last Grand Prix. Actually.
Amazing. You're a top driver then.
Yeah. So that's what I can say.
Thanks.
I think Hassan, you need to take some tips from Noam before the next race.
I'm not giving them. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say you wouldn't be giving them. No, you guys have got an awesome track and really nice.
Maybe you should come.
Opportunities. I was just gonna say, I've seen Race Hall so many times now that's the next track I've got to visit, and especially when I'm down, I'm gonna message you guys. We can hopefully meet up.
If you want to take
some footage.
If you want to take the trip, do it in January next year, because then we have new cards.
Yeah,
better cards.
All right, Remo still or Sodis?
It's I think it's the same, but just newer, so the engines are better.
Yeah, but one thing I heard is that they're gonna start off with kind of baseline, and then they're gonna tune them slowly.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure when they are the fastest. So.
As Noam, we have Oscar saying interesting hand position, like John Deval. He's also gonna try that in his next race.
Yeah, just make sure that if you're gonna have your hands there, keep your thumbs like on the top of the wheel, not at the bottom, because then you can only push on the steering wheel.
Very true. Don't wrap your hands like that. Just try and keep it up.
Yeah.
It takes some getting used to. Even me, I have not mastered that yet. I'm getting higher and higher, but that on top is.
Yeah, it actually only took me like 2 days of being to the track to get used to it.
You're a natural then with that technique. But it helps, that might be the secret.
It really helps, trust me. It really helps.
No, that's awesome.
Who was in the incident with you?
I have no idea.
Wasn't it what is he called? Because one of the trainers, Victor, he pulled him aside. I'm pretty sure it was him. I think it was him. I'm not quite sure.
Yep, I don't know. He didn't come up and say sorry or even speak to me after. I have no idea who it is.
Oh,
so
that's not sporting at all.
Yeah,
at least you check on the guy. You okay and things.
I saw, because it's where it's on the sponsor wall, and there was basically an indent in the wood. I think
it wasn't there. That was not me. It was in turn 10.
In turn 10, no. Okay, so it was somebody else.
Yeah.
It was a crazy race, though.
Yeah, people were reckless today.
I think everyone needs to calm down before the next Grand Prix. Make sure no one gets hurt.
Yeah, they need to fucking take a coffee and sit, look at the sunrise, and take a break.
Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. We're gonna wrap up for today's session. Before we head out, though, we got Stevie. What's up, Stevie? Welcome back.
Hello. How you doing?
It's great to hear from you, Stevie. We've also got. I mean, I don't want to say you're the noob, but that's how you've mentioned yourself. What's up? Can you hear us?
I think he's gone home.
I think he's on mute. He's on mute. No worries. Stevie, how's your kart going?
Yeah, it's going all right. The engine, the main bearings are gone.
That's a hassle.
That's drawing me back a bit.
So you basically got it on the mounted though, right?
Yes, it's all ready to go. Just got to slot the engine on and we start.
And how has this final stage been? Has it been getting easier every week?
Yeah, definitely.
Making
it's been costing more every week. Let's put it that way.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
but it's all these small things you have to just keep adding.
Yeah. I did set it all up and put the engine on and everything, only to find out that the main bearings are give up.
Did you do that by yourself or at the track with some help?
No, I did it by myself.
Wow. How, with a YouTube tutorial, or you just
Well,
had some
I'm
kind
a
of
big
instruction.
YouTube fan. Let's put it that way.
we need to get a video. You know, a great channel I'll refer you to. Kart, is it Kart Republic? No, not Kart Republic. Power Republic. That's
Power
it.
Republic. Yes.
Yeah, great guy from Australia. Power Republic. Let's see if we can get him up.
He's absolutely superb.
Years ago, he posted a series of videos, and he's still posting. That's awesome. If you click on his oldest videos, years ago, doing some service, how to service carburetor, how to change your tire.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, have you been following these as you've been making?
Yes. Yeah. I've looked at those. The main one that I like is in French.
Ah, okay. On his channel?
He's stripped. No, not on Power Republic.
Okay.
It's on Facebook, YouTube, but it's all in French. He strips down a Rotax Pre-Evo.
Wow. So that's very similar to yours then.
Again, yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, I've had
a
great experience learning.
Yeah, you know the shame is it's coming to the end of summer now. I was hoping you'd get on track before. At least sometimes.
I'm hoping. I've got 2 engines now.
All right.
I'm hoping that one of the engines will be ready for the end of September.
Okay. Hopefully this month then.
Yeah, hopefully this month. I've got more than 2. I'm using one for a donor engine.
Ah, okay.
So I'm taking bits off that. I just want somebody to show me how to get a clutch off.
All right.
Because I've got old clutches on, old style clutches.
Interesting. I recommend try and get someone at the track to take a look as well. If they can give some pointers.
I've got PFI.
Yes.
And I've got fullback. I'm a member of the Woodthorpe, but I did rock up at Woodthorpe about a fortnight ago, and I emailed a couple of people, and they said, "Oh, yeah, bring it to and we'll rebuild it." Well, you know, but they were too busy. I don't like to, put other people out when they're having fun.
No. They're probably busy. Just send them another reminder. And
will do. Yeah. There's one guy that was going to help me. He runs a 3-person team.
Okay.
And he said, "Come," and then he phoned me back up and said, "Don't come because I've just blown my van up."
Okay. Right.
The camshaft has gone on his van.
Right.
So that was 1 or 2 pains.
You're nearly there. I think
I'm nearly there.
Yeah, I think you just make over this last hurdle, and then you'll see your kart in fruition.
Somebody gave me an old seat.
Oh, amazing!
It got more holes in it than a colander.
That might not be safe.
Yeah, so I sent off for some fiberglass repair kit, and it's absolutely stonking now.
No. You got to be careful with the seat, because if it splits while you're driving, it's not pleasant at high speed.
If it splits while I'm driving, I'll stop.
No, they'll make sure you stop. Keep us posted, Stevie, and if you got any photos, just make a post on the Academy. If you click create comment, then you can just upload photos and things like that.
Of course, will.
Let us know how it goes. Was there anything else you wanted to discuss, Stevie?
Not at this stage.
We're just going to wrap up for today's session. Actually, we got a The noob. I don't like to refer to you as that, but look, if you tell me your name, I'll refer to you as your name. The noob. Just let me know your question. I know your mic's not working. You can just type it in the chat. Let me try and figure out who this is, because I admitted lots of people joined the academy today. Let me know in the chat. It's Vansh. I thought so. What's up, Vansh? Vansh, just before we end, let me know if you've got any questions, and then I'm going to address that and call it a wrap for today. It's been an awesome session. We had TikTok live, we had YouTube live, we had Instagram live, and the problem with TikTok is they removed our stream. They said the reason is because there's dangerous activities and challenges. So TikTok apparently think karting is dangerous, which I agree to an extent, but there's no need to remove our live stream because of that. So I can submit an appeal, but yeah, that's something we really want to look into. We had great engagement on TikTok as well. Lots of people commenting. Vanch is saying he went to a karting track in Thailand and his brakes did not work at all. That's
a challenge.
that's really one of the worst things to happen. The best thing to happen when the brakes don't work is going to the pit lane and change that kart, just for safety, number one, because you don't want to be out there and anything. What happened when you changed the kart? All the karts were the same. That's a very rare occurrence, but maybe that's just the case at that track. When the brakes don't work, you have to resort to lifting, unless you just want to go to the barrier, because I'm sure there's some corners which you just can't take at full speed. When you lift, when there's no brakes and you have to lift, you have to start lifting off the gas very, very early in the corner, painfully early, but that will help you obviously take the corner at ideal speed without overdriving, without drifting, sliding, and also putting yourself in danger. That's the purpose of brakes. Number one, to slow the kart down and to avoid any incidents. But it's a good experience, Noam, do you have a question? Your hands up.
Yes, I was just wondering what time next week this will be happening.
It will be 6 p.m. GMT that we start, and we run it for 2 hours, so 6 till 8 p.m. GMT. Just search on Google time in GMT, and then you can just convert it to your time zone.
All right.
It's been an awesome session, guys. What I'm going to do is update the session replay, so those who missed it will be able to see a replay. And then I'm going to put a pinned comment, a new pinned comment on the Academy page with next week's date. Anyone who has any footage, share a link to it, YouTube link to it there. Or if you just have some questions, put your questions in there. And generally throughout the week, if you've got anything you want to share, as I said, make a post about it on the Academy. And if you're new, be sure to introduce yourself on the pinned post as well. We've got one more question. Go for it, Vanch. Let's just check if there's any comments on YouTube. Instagram looks like sorted. We had Suhaib from Jeddah, I believe it was. He joined as well, which is awesome. And let's just check on YouTube as well. We have I'm just trying to see on YouTube this username. Rishan? Zishan, that's it. What's up, Zishan? If you got some time, can we go over some tips for Mitchum? Sure thing. In next week's session, I'm going to go over some pointers for Mitchum. I believe you made a post, Zishan. If I'm not mistaken, let me quickly check. Zishan. I've seen your name in the academy, and you mentioned something about Mitcham. Next week, I'm gonna break down some footage of my own. I went to Mitcham back in, when was it? April or May? A few months back with the electric carts. I did some driving there with Harry Power and GWI Racing. So I'm gonna go through that footage next week. We have Vanch over here. So when I try to take a hairpin, after the hairpin, the cart feels like it bogs down to low speed, and the carts have slow acceleration. This happens on the exit of the hairpin. Cool. That's a totally normal issue to face, especially at a hairpin. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video, how to take a hairpin turn. That's where I address this issue of bogging down. See, a hairpin turn is very tight. And whilst we're at it, why don't we just quickly share a screen? Let's pull up a track map. So whenever you have a hairpin, always think about, how can I be fast exiting the corner over here? Moment you start, especially in rental cars, entering it far too quickly, and then suddenly at the apex you realize, oh, the corner's tight. Let me start braking, and then you end up carrying too much speed and heading out wide. It's all about how controlled can I be on entry, which is achieved by generally a relatively early brake. When you brake early, you're able to slow the cart down sufficiently for the corner, and you're actually able to get on the gas before the apex of the turn. It's also important at this moment where my blue arrow is, after you complete braking, you're already looking ahead to the apex point. So look in that direction. Don't be looking somewhere here. Otherwise, you're going to leave a gap to the apex. Wherever you look in karting, generally where you go, try to keep it flowing. So as soon as you hit your apex, then head back out wide. Carry that momentum. So all it is, Vanch, if you're struggling with bogging down, think about braking earlier, looking ahead to your apex before the corner, getting on the gas before the corner, and using the full width of track. So this is my entry, this is my apex, and this is my exit. Connect the three dots together. Try and take the smoothest line possible. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video as we go in depth about the line there. And also check out the short that was just published yesterday on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram about the hairpin turn. We have Sohaib just finally, he's saying he's from Jordan, but he was in Jeddah. Okay, I think you missed out the chance to try that track Rami was at. But hopefully next time you'll get a chance. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. It was an awesome live stream on all three platforms. We're going to try and get TikTok going for next week. We don't want to get banned. But until Sunday at 6 p.m. GMT next week, I'll see you guys then. Take care. Good night.
Good night.